morning. Don't mind my mess, we just got done with our camping season, so we're still putting stuff away, no big deal. But we're gonna do a little unboxing today. My wife bought us this Ninja, gotta get it on screen here, air fryer. So we're a little late to the party in the air frying world. Not a big deal, but we're gonna open this sucker up. So let's see, I forget the model already. So this is a Ninja model FG551. It's the Foodi Smart XL grill. Don't mind my tripod there, I'm testing out a new feature on that. Alright, so I got it. Let's get this thing open. It's built like Fort Knox here. Alright, it's a box inside a box, obviously. Give me a second, let me get this out of here. Okay, so directions. This is looks like the griddle tray. This actually feels like it's cast. Cleaning brush. Some foam. All right. Let's see if I can lift this out of here without killing myself. Alright, let's put this here. Let's get rid of that box. Alright, let's move this before this thing falls off the table. Alright. So let's see, can you see that? Let me adjust the camera. Does this tape go all the way underneath or just inside? Let's see. Nope. It's got a little temperature probe taped on here. Okay, one piece. Two piece. The cord is hanging in the back here. Alright. Just want to make sure everything is attached. Cardboard. There's another that looks like the air fryer tray. And then this is the main tray. The catch tray. Alright. Looks like you can see in there. So this feels like this is not going to stay on its own. Yeah, it will. No, that's all I need is for it to fall off the table, the counter here. Alright, let's get some weight in here anyway, but this is the catch tray. I know for a fact that goes in here. It only goes one way, so that stays in there. And the first piece that we're going to use today is this air fryer, and this goes in either way. But what I like about this is just looking at it, the catch tray looks like it's about 2 to 3 inches deep. This pan has plenty of room in there. It looks like potentially could do like a whole bag of frozen chicken, something like that, chicken tenders. But I don't know, one of the reasons we're kind of late to the air fryer game is, you know, we usually bake our own, you know, chicken wings and stuff like that, but we want something to make them more crispy without having to, you know, boil them in oil and everything. So a few of our friends have told us that they have air fryers and that it's kind of like a game changer that everything comes out super crispy. So that's why we went for it, and here we are. So we're gonna give this thing a test today. It's the day after our last camping expedition for the season, so you know we got winter sports coming up and leaves and all that, but we're gonna give this thing a little bit of a run in a little bit, give it a test, and we'll see how it goes. All right, to give you a little better look at it, so it has a thermometer, meat thermometer, and this just is magnetized and it drops right on there. That's pretty nice. It's a little, I mean, I thought it'd be a little bit bigger, but it's actually nice size, but it's actually an awkward size to be like carrying around and stuff. So we're probably gonna put it over there in our little coffee nook. But just to give you a little better look inside, you got your little round screen here. But again, this tray comes out. I'll show you how the griddle goes in. This is my first time putting it together too. Hold on, I'll put the camera down. So I guess there's some people that try and cook like steaks and raw meats in this thing, but that's not something that I would ever do because we got ovens and stoves and grills. But for just crisping up things, I mean, this thing will be fine. But I honestly like the size. Of all the air fryers that we actually looked at, I like this one because it's a lift top and it doesn't have the front doors on it and stuff like that. I think the front doors, I probably wouldn't even buy it if that was my only choice. But to have the drip pan and the insert, I like it. I like that a lot actually. So our next step is we'll do some, we happen to have some breaded chicken and French fries. We'll try them out, but we'll give you, some updates over time on how this thing works. All right, so we're just gonna try some breaded chicken strips. It's telling me 360 degrees. So I don't know if it'll tell me when it's at temperature or not, but I just got it started, turned on 360, and I hit start. Oh, I also had to hit air crisp. Preheat. Alright, so that's saying preheat because I hit the start button. I just wanted to make sure I hit the right thing. So I'm guessing, we're going to find out in a minute, that when this gets to temperature, and we're going by the temperature on the bag of chicken, I'm guessing that when it reaches that temperature that it should tell me. So we'll see. Alright, it just beeped at me. It said add food. So now I'm going to grab my chicken. Alright, so we just put these 2 buffalo style chicken strips in there, probably poisonous, and then 2 little nuggets. Let's see what happens. Alright, so now it's already counting down, but it said how many minutes? Let's see, the book says 11 to 14.
12.
So the package said 12 minutes, so I'm gonna just, whoops. Alright, so as you can hear, it is a little bit loud. It's got a fan on it. I mean, it's nothing that'll kill me because you're only gonna run it for the time that you're cooking, maybe to be running at the most 30 minutes total. But for this little thing here, it took about 5 minutes to warm up, no big deal, and another 12 minutes, so 17 minutes, 20 minutes. So we'll see what happens. Alright, it's about to finish up. Let's see what happens when the timer goes off. Alright, so that killed it on its own. Alright, they're sizzling. Smells good. Now I did not flip these. Some things it says to flip. I guess I could have, but boy, that don't look bad actually. Alright. And these didn't look like it made much of a mess, so I'll clean that up after it cools down. So for now, I'm going to close this, and I'm going to go ahead and shut it off. So let's do a little taste test over here. So they do seem crispy. Hot. Woo! I'm gonna grab my water. Ooh, that was hot. But it was good. It actually comes out better than in the oven. Try this little piece. Yeah. The center is moist. Make sure that, yeah, looks done enough. Tastes done enough. Definitely crispy. Alright, that's a good first test. So again, that's the Ninja Foodi XL. Get one before they all sell out. Oh, by the way, we bought this with our own money. Alright, so we just ate that plate, and I'm calling this a success. We'll do updates as we use it. My main thing that I really want to try is doing some buffalo wings, bone in, make them crispy, and that'll be the big test. We'll try and do that soon. Thanks for watching.